Your Metro Vancouver agent could be costing you tens of thousands of dollars right now, and they might not want to tell you why. Today, I'm sharing the 5 harsh truths about the BC market most agents are too afraid to say out loud, because being honest could cost them your listing. After 23 years of working in Vancouver, Surrey, Langley, and White Rock, I've watched these exact mistakes drain seller equity over and over again. So let's get into market realities, buyer psychology, and how to avoid these pitfalls. Truth number 1, overpricing is your fastest way to lose money in Metro Vancouver. A lot of sellers make this mistake before the sign even goes in the ground. And I get it, but you're not gonna do that, and I'll tell you why. So we're firmly in a buyer's market across the Lower Mainland right now. The Fraser Valley sales to active listings ratio sits around 11%, and that's buyer market territory by every definition. And Vancouver's not far off that number either, with over 16,200 active listings in April. That's about 38 to 40% above the 10-year seasonal average. So what does that mean for you? Well, buyers have tons of choices, and they're picking off the sharpest priced homes first. The number of days to sell a home in Metro Vancouver has pushed well past 50 days now for most property types. And back in January, the days on market metric, which counts relisted homes, climbed all the way up to an average of around 100 days. Buyers are super sensitive to that number, so if your listing sits past 2 weeks, you've already lost your edge. Reducing your price 3 weeks later rarely gets you as much activity as pricing it right on day 1. For example, take this Cloverdale home we had on the market at $1.3 million. We were getting 1 to 2 showings a week at that price. A few weeks ago, we dropped it to $1.25 million, a $50,000 price reduction. And the following weekend, we all of a sudden had 5 showings come through, and the best part, we received 3 offers at the same time and got really close to our adjusted list price. So a $50,000 price change unlocked 5 times the buyer traffic and got us 3 offers. Why? Because every search alert that goes out to buyers is set up by price range. So if you hit the right price bracket, the eyeballs follow. Now, if I ever have a listing like the example I just gave, I come back with the same question every time. I would ask my seller this: if we were listed at 1.3 million and someone wrote us an offer right now for 1.25 million, would you take it? If the answer is yes, well, that's what we should adjust the list price to. Sellers usually want to leave room for negotiation, but in a market like the one we're in, that is the worst strategy. You want every buyer in that price range looking at your home, thinking it's a great deal, and competing for it, not sitting there waiting for the price drop email to land in their inbox. The days of testing the market with some dream price, they're definitely over. Truth number 2, the market doesn't care about your last assessment. All right, this is the one that costs sellers every single week. Your 2026 BC assessment, the one sitting in your kitchen drawer right now, is based on a snapshot from July the 1st of 2025. And by the time you put your home on the market this past spring, that number is almost a year old. And the market has kept moving down since then. How much down? Well, the Vancouver detached benchmark in April came in at about 1.84 million, down roughly 8.3% year over year. And in the Fraser Valley, the detached benchmark is sitting in the mid 1.3 millions, down about 8.8% year over year. So when you're staring at that assessment and pricing your house off it, you're living in a world that's roughly 8 to 9% above where the market sits today. And as we just talked about, overpricing is an easy way to lose money in this market. And I'll be speaking about this in more detail after we get through these numbers. So an agent who agrees to your dream price just to win the listing is doing you a huge disservice. The price of your home today is set by current comparable sales, not your almost 1-year-old tax assessment. By the way, if you're looking for information on the Vancouver and Fraser Valley markets, reach out to me. I'll keep it honest even when it's uncomfortable, so you get the best information and advice, no matter if it's buying, selling, relocating, or investing. My contact info is in the description box below. Truth number 3, your home's potential is invisible to today's picky buyers. Okay, so inventory is near a 10-year high right now. Fraser Valley listings in April were 45% above the 10-year seasonal average, and that means buyers have zero patience for fix-em-up projects. So when somebody in White Rock or South Surrey heads out on a Saturday with their agent and they're looking at 10 homes in their price range, the worst one is getting skipped quickly. And if your listing photos don't stop the scroll in 3 seconds, you've lost that showing before it even started. Presentation is non-negotiable right now. Before you list, you need some painters, you need a handyman, a home stager, and after that, then you need high-end professional photos and a fantastic video. And I should mention that we've got a full list of trusted people that can help bring your home up to where it needs to be. So if you're in need of anybody, drop us a line and we'll let you know. Because the best house at the best price wins every single time. And that's the bar you've got to clear. And one more thing on this, with the Bank of Canada policy rate held at 2.25% as of June the 10th, and the 5-year fixed mortgages sitting in the low to mid 4% range, interest rates aren't high by historical numbers. Bottom line, buyers are out there. They're picky, but they're out there. And stick with me because a bit later, I'm going to show you why your choice of agent matters more now than it has in a very long time. Truth number 4, the bidding war era is dead. All right, so the thing is, some agents are still pitching the offer date strategy. Hold back offers, build hype, spark a 40 offer frenzy. That worked back in 2021 and 2022, but it doesn't work in 2026. Today you're looking at single offer scenarios subject to sale conditions, and buyers are asking for things sellers couldn't have dreamed up giving up 4 years ago. Vancouver had its lowest annual home sales in more than 2 decades last year with 23,800 total transactions. That's down 10.4% from a year before and 25% below the 10-year average. And only a small share of active listings trade hands in any given month right now. So buyers have no urgency. They've got plenty of options to scroll through. Now, the sale to list price ratio in South Surrey and White Rock currently sits in the mid 90% range, meaning the average home is selling for a good discount below its original list price. And across Metro Vancouver, the sale to the list price ratio is well below 100%. So most homes are closing below asking, not above. Holding back offers in a market like this is the fastest way to end up with 0 offers. Buyers are tired of the games. What works now is transparent pricing and traditional negotiation. Price the home at what the market is telling you and what you'd be happy with taking on day 1. And then leave it to your realtor, hopefully that's me, to do their job at the negotiating table. Yeah, multiple offers still happen on the sharpest price homes in good locations. Take the example I mentioned earlier in this video, but that's a narrow segment of the market, not the whole market anymore. Truth number 5, your agent might be your biggest liability. Okay, this is the one nobody wants to say out loud, but I'll be real with you as always. A lot of agents got licensed in the past 5 years when it seemed like anyone could sell a house. But those agents have never really worked in a market where homes don't sell themselves. Now, look, everyone's got to start somewhere. I did too, so I'm not here to say there aren't some great newer realtors out there. But the market today is nothing like the market they came up in. From 2020 through early 2022, you could put a sign up on a lawn over a weekend, have a sold sticker on it by Monday night. That market is unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, gone. And the skills it didn't require, things like pricing, precision, real negotiation, and hard conversations with sellers, those are the exact skills that win right now. I started in the business in 2003, and I was working through 2008 when the market stalled and went down. And you know what? That was one of my better years. Not because the market was easy, it was brutal, but because I told sellers what they needed to hear, not what they wanted to hear. And in today's slower market, I still see this happening. I'll meet with a seller, I'll give them an honest price recommendation because that's what I do. And then unfortunately, I might lose the listing to another agent who promised them a higher number. An agent that told them what they wanted to hear, not what they needed to hear. We keep an eye on those homes, a few weeks go by and the price drops, a few more weeks, another drop. 6 months later, that home sells for less than I originally recommended. So the wrong pricing strategy ends in an expired listing and a seller getting less money or possibly no money at all, and it didn't sell. Buyers in this market skip overpriced homes without even thinking twice. That's just how it is. Now, for buyers, the agent question matters just as much. A softening market gives you leverage, but only if your agent knows the temperature of your specific price bracket and the submarket. Whether you're looking in South Surrey or the Willoughby area of Langley, condos, townhomes, and detached homes in different price brackets are moving at different rates. And when it comes to writing an offer and negotiations, you need an agent who's tracking hyper-local data in real time, not someone who's guessing. And because we've got listings in all price brackets, from condos to townhouses to detached homes, we know exactly how competitive each bracket is and how low you can offer and where the real floor sits. That kind of knowledge can save a buyer tens of thousands of dollars. Truth is, the market has changed and the playbook has changed with it. And the agents who tell you the truth, even when it's not great, are the ones protecting your money in 2026. So if you're planning to buy or sell in Vancouver, Surrey, Langley, White Rock area this year, send me an email at info@moteam.ca. I'll give you a straight read on your home's current market value or on your buying position. No pressure, no spin, just honest advice. And once you're done here, you might want to check out the video I've linked here on screen. I break down what's happening with homes that don't sell in Surrey and what it tells us about the market. Thanks for watching. See you again in the next one.